With all that's going on in the world today, with all that we're facing, there's a tremendous amount of fear, unknowns, and adversity. And today I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about fear and how together we can overcome it. I wholeheartedly believe the first thing we need to do is acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the adversity, and be okay with being scared and be okay with being fearful, because it's a natural response. There's so many unknowns, there's so many variables, there's so much going on in our world today that it's okay to be fearful. But I believe it's not okay to live in that fear, to allow that fear to consume us, right? And the way that we do that, I believe, the first step is to acknowledge it and then to embrace it, to define what that fear is so we can get clear on it. You see, I wholeheartedly believe that fear is nothing more than our thoughts of the future. The fear that we experience, whether it's in this moment or any moment, is living in the thoughts of the future. The thoughts of the unknown, the thoughts of things that could go wrong, the illnesses, the sicknesses, the job loss, whatever it is. Fear lives in the thoughts of the future. And to move through this experience, I really believe we have to understand that. We have to understand that there's a lot going on, there's a lot of unknowns, and that's outside of us. And the only thing that we can really control is how we feel and how we behave. And more than ever in this moment, I believe as men, it's our responsibility to rise above the fear and to lead our loved ones, our families, our communities. When there's more fear and more adversity than maybe we've ever experienced in our lives, as men, we're called to be leaders. And that's why I wanted to share this message with you guys today, because I want all my brothers, all my friends, all my family out there to know that together we can get through this moment. But in order to get through it, we have to be able to manage the fear, manage the stress, manage the anxiety. You know, one of my favorite definitions of courage is that courage is not the absence of fear, but it's moving through the fear, taking action anyways. And that's my challenge to you guys in this moment. My challenge to you is acknowledge the fear, to define what it means, to understand that, yeah, we have a lot to be scared of in this moment. And we all are feeling the fear and the unknown in different ways. But ultimately, it's our responsibility as men, as leaders, to have the courage to embrace the fear and to move through it. And that's my message to you guys today. I also want to talk to you guys about hope for a minute, because I believe in a lot of ways fear and hope are opposites. They're the opposite emotion. But check this out. Fear is the thoughts of the future. It lives in the thoughts of the future. And hope lives in the thoughts of the future. The only difference is what you attach at the end. If you're fearful, the thoughts of the future are negative. They're unempowering, they're scary, they're unsafe, they're unknown. In hope, in the feelings of hope, our thoughts of the future are focused more on the opportunities, the blessings, the gift. Hope is finding something to appreciate in the future, something to work towards. And as we're experiencing all of this fear today, and through the next few weeks, through this coronavirus, my message to you guys is to identify the fear, to acknowledge what about the future is making you fearful, the unknown, the health risks, the job loss, whatever it is that you're facing. Acknowledge it and face it head on. And then start to change that fear into hope by looking for things that we can appreciate, for looking for ways that we can come out ahead of this, come out better because of this, whatever that might be for you in your life. Right? I'm wearing this shirt today because I truly believe that the antidote to fear, the antidote to stress is gratitude. It's hope. And the way that we get through this fear is by finding simple things to appreciate along the way and something to work towards in the future. And in this moment, I believe if we can come together and we can really uplift and encourage one another, to challenge one another, to find moments to appreciate in the midst of the storm, in the midst of all of what is going on with the coronavirus. If as men, we can embrace that fear, we can acknowledge it, we can embrace it and move through it by using gratitude, by using hope, by being leaders and reinforcing the belief that we're going to come out on this stronger on the other side. We're going to be able to move through this experience. We're going to be able to grow through this experience. And ultimately, as a community, we're going to be better and stronger because of it. From all of us here at Live Bearded, we're sending our well wishes. We're praying for you guys. We're sending you good vibes. Please, everyone, stay safe. And I believe with all my heart, the number one way that we can stay safe is to not be a victim of fear, but to find things in our lives to appreciate, to find the hope, the opportunity in the moment, as dire as it might seem, and focus on that and allow our light, our focus, our love to ripple out and affect everyone positively so that we can get through this moment together and become better on the other side of it. I'll see you guys soon.